Hello again, everyone. Edwin Marner back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Neptune Sextile or Trine Midheaven in the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Neptune Sextile or Trine Midheaven in a natal chart, you may easily find inspiration and idealism, which is Neptune for career-related matters, which is the Midheaven. Now, let's say, for example, if the Midheaven is in Aquarius, career-related matters may be tied in with altruistic, humanitarian endeavors, astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, meteorology, aviation, or rocket science as some examples. Now also, too, another way these aspects may manifest in a natal chart is that you may easily balance activities associated with those that are less fortunate than yourself, which is Neptune, and the dominant parent, which is often the father, which is the midheaven. Now, let's say, for example, if you have the midheaven in Aries, the father may actually be in Aries, sun, moon, or I should say, the dominant parent, which is often the father, may actually be an Aries, sun, moon, or ascendant person who simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be somebody that's combative, militant, aggressive, assertive, forceful, courageous, brave, ardent, maybe very outspoken, but also could be impulsive, impetuous, and even volatile in some cases. Now, the thing about these aspects as well is that the same can apply for relaxation and sleeping, which is Neptune, and career-related matters, which is the midheaven. So you may balance those activities as well as matters with sleeping and relaxation and career-related endeavors, again, which is the midheaven. Now, if the midheaven is in Capricorn, as an example, career-related endeavors, maybe tied in with government, political work. It could be something connected with business, architecture, construction, information technology, dentistry, accounting, masonry, general mundane work, timekeeping as some examples. Also, too, you may easily be able to sacrifice, which is Neptune, for the dominant parent, authority figures, and older people, which is the midheaven. Now, if Neptune is in Sagittarius, as an example, sacrificing may be done with a lot of exuberance, enthusiasm, optimism. It may be, doing something, as far as, being, very positive, in terms of, as far as the sacrificing. It may be done by doing something, outdoors or something sports related. If Neptune is in Aquarius, as another example, sacrificing may be done, with more altruism and selflessness. It may be done through computers or electronics, such as computer electronic repair, or through astrology in some cases. Now, another way these aspects may manifest in a natal chart is that expressing altruism, compassion, forgiveness, and sacrifice, which is Neptune, may be beneficial to your reputation and public image, which is the midheaven. Now, let's say, if the midheaven is in Taurus, as an example, that public image and reputation, maybe one, that's very, you could say, stolid and passive, persistent, patient, persevering. There may be reputation for being patient, persevering, and persistent, and also, one, that could be very trustworthy, loyal, steadfast, as some examples. Also, to Neptune-related people may be advantageous to the success that you attain, which is the midheaven. Now, Neptune-related people, naturally, that covers a number of persons. It could be people that are, in less fortunate situations. It could be those that are involved in poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, anesthesiology, spirituality, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology. And the thing is, now let's say, the midheaven is in Gemini as an example. The success you attain may be manifold things, or it could be doing something associated with communications, such as data or satellite communications, or writing, journalism, reporting. It may be doing something that involves manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. Also, too, you may be idealistic without being unrealistic, which is Neptune, in matters connected with social status and stature in life, which is the midheavens. So you may be somebody that has a lot of idealism in those matters and what you can attain in terms of getting greater social status and stature in life, but not being, over the top or, completely unrealistic, regarding those matters. Now, if the if the midheaven is in Pisces, as an example, you may attain greater social status and stature in life with a lot of inspiration. It could be through altruism as well, but it may be doing something Pisces related, such as something connected with poetry or dancing, photography, chemistry, anesthesiology, spirituality, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology, as some examples. Also, too, another way that these aspects may be expressed in the natal chart is that the dominant parent, older people, and authority figures, which is the midheaven, may be auspicious in the attainment of dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now, if Neptune is in Scorpio, as an example, dreams and fantasies may be tied in, or they may be attained with a lot of, passion, desire, and emotional intensity. But at the same time, could be doing something, Scorpio related, whether it could be locksmithing or psychology, or something connected with forensics, investigation, deep research. It may be something connected with working as a surgeon or a coroner, something with recycling, insurance, or loans, such as a loan officer, as some examples. Now, also, too, you may easily express responsibility for those that are less fortunate than yourself, which is Neptune. Those less fortunate can include the hungry, the homeless, the impoverished, and the oppressed. Now, the thing is, if the midheaven is in Aquarius, those responsibilities may be tied in, may be expressed with more selflessness and altruism. It may be doing something computer related or something associated with electronics or astronomy or astrology in some cases, or through social media. Also, too, superiors, which is the midheaven, may admire, altruistic and selfless qualities, or, ability to sacrifice, I should say, which is Neptune. Now, let's say, if the midheaven, say, is the zodiac sign Cancer, as an example. One or more superiors may actually be a Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be people that are very sympathetic, caring, dedicated, devoted, tenacious, protective, nurturing, but yet can be emotional and temperamental. If the midheaven, say, is in Leo, one or more supervisors may actually be a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are very, warm, Could be those that are generous, magnanimous, flamboyant, charismatic. It could be people, that are very fiery as well, but can be domineering, at the same time, and sometimes overbearing, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edward Leonard saying stay well.